Tonight, on Bottom Gear, I chug a gallon of Clorox bleach while shouting directly at old women. Hammond accidentally kidnaps the royal baby, and James infects the president of Cambodia with COVID-19. Tomorrow, on Bottom Gear, Hammond goes insane and marries Inugami Korone. I massacre an entire library in a Batman costume. James gets into a fistfight with Pope Francis and the sticky Brad Pitt in the reasonably priced car. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I stab a Bottom Gear producer until I get carpal tunnel syndrome. James cups the Stig's balls in fear of his own fading existence, while Hammond genuinely mistakes tonight's episode for a fever dream. Sponsored by Skull Candy. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I open an OnlyFans account. James kills Captain Alex, and Richard jumps off a bridge after getting... So guys, we did it. We've reached 250,000 subscribers. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I will reenact the 2008 financial crisis entirely with cheese. Hammond forcefully overdoses my neighbor's third dog on paracetamol, and James decides to donate his foreskin to some shady scientific network in Tonight on Bottom Gear, I throw a pipe bomb into an orphanage. James invades Poland in a Honda. Jazz and Richard viciously masturbate to Wii Sports Resort with a Wiimote stuck up his ass. Today, on Top Gear, I shout xenophobic slurs at the show producer, then physically assault him for not giving me hot food and... Wait. What do you mean that I'm fired? Today, on the Grand Tour, I defecate on Tesla lawyers. Hammond blows Prince Charles to become next in line to the British throne, and James attempts to extend his willy using the Large Hadron Collider. Buckets. Tonight on Bottom Gear, we go to bed because we're tired after everything we've done. Thank God the cringe fest can stop now. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I nail Trump onto a cross. James deports Dora the Explorer to Vietnam, and Richard commits ritual suicide in an orphanage. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I ate Michelle Obama's ass for breakfast. James starts a riot in Ukraine, and Richard gets gender reassignment surgery in Witherspoon.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I steal the American Declaration of Independence. James starts a demolition derby at a K-pop concert, and Tucking kills everyone, and Hammond summons a harem of demon girls in his mother's basement for a satanic orgy.
God.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I join the Al-Qaeda terrorist force and drop a nuke on an orphanage full of autistic children. Richards gets his ding-dong foot-long cut off after trying to fuck an apple slicer. And James brutally murders every single short person on Florida. Again. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I bathe in hydrochloric acid. Hammond consumes half the population of Africa, and James jacks off at light speed and fucking dies. Ha ha. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I laugh at African children while driving over their food in my Lamborghini Gallardo. James May attempts to assassinate Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton. Hammond does an experiment to find out how far can you get away with human trafficking. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I ram a tractor full of explosives into an old folks' home. James inhales 53 quadrillion megatons of crack cocaine, and Richard steals France. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I start a series of violent coup d'etats across South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. James forcibly converts hundreds of thousands of heretics to Pastafarianism. Richard goes on a love cruise with a tribe of endangered bonobo chimpanzees. Okay, what the fuck? This doesn't even. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I get diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, then shoot up the hospital. Richard reveals his 2-inch cock in front of a live audience, and James breaks his back. Tonight on Bottom Gear, I visit the world's largest corgi farm. Hammett spends 24 hours with a mouthful of angry bees, and James challenges Mike Phelps to a 100-meter race through pure raspberry jam. Look, mate, I can't do this shit I can't do this shit anymore. I have to go home. Go home. You are a fool, Daniel. You're not going home. The fuck do you mean I'm not going home?